take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Pushes ahead for a couple, then mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. How about the defensive line doing a great job of attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Pressure all the way to the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They'll move it into the night sky for the first time. That's the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Washington's offense will get the ball for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times, not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. He's back to 22.
That's a really good looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. That's toughness by a young man.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Out enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down. 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Now the play fit. Always a welcome break for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Got a man. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw
Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
The Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. And the Hawkeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Goes to the option. And he punches it for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was all me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to run it. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Bosky zone threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Big guy smells it. And he runs into the end zone.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. We'll see what they can do on this drive. It starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense on balance? Because they are a good.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Finds his man down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
And it's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You want to really feel a slant. You're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch. Making the play.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this pouring rain on 3rd down? They'll try to get it through the air. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Will line up with
Well, the defense is waking up. The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Show you.
lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's he falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive line.
Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got him in, it's good. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They're going back to the ground. There we go. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that damn fast and that explosive.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14.
And at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, you kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
Time to change now on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And the Hawkeyes heading quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He's looking deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Hawkeyes are on the move. The give to the back. Got some room in under the goal line. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. And the Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know if it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more...
Touchdown, Iowa! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Some much-needed line from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Power football with the run.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Charged loose by the hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. This one's complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They go to the ground. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grab near the marker. It's Harris. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Got it into the red zone. Dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. From the red zone, it's Hill. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
It's a draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop routes because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
running back searching for a hole. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found with hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Brings it over. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run it from the gun. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you defenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They try to pop a run on the draw. Ripping off a good shot inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking to scramble. To go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
From the sticks. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Making side adjustments here. first down. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Huskies. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in at Mohawk here in Week 10. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Reese, that's 3 for the Devils. And this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fires to the big fella. Continues to fight for yards. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go.
There he goes. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. And down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
So defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Shadow! Shadow! 4!
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught over the offensive ring. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's great.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Lawson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad. gain any yards, but that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Rush is on him. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The snap sets up the throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Into the end zone.
Relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns.
Well, the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when it's going on, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Makes the grab outside. It's Smith. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know, running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch and nice awareness.
Right on the money. He's brought down the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period.
Military stun.
Scanning the field, it's Montgomery. Flips it out on the screen. Made it! Oh, he got another move! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. He's got it. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
In the gun. Looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete. Just what... Hope for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And obviously, you're never going to point to one individual play over the course of a game, but that right there is basically a microcosm of the day it's been for this offense. They have not been able to get points up on the scoreboard because...
Turning it on! Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Hawkeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kluger. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls it in. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catches him.
Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
And he made the extra point without problem. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop?
Just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Huskies are rolling down the field with the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Takes the handoff. It's Kruger. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Montgomery. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're getting your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad those stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Base 27 jump. 180.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Off play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. A quick timeout call by the kicking team here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
That kicker needed to club up. Unfortunately, the ball hits the crossbar.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Gives it on the option. He's in open space downfield. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Montgomery. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Caught in the backfield. It's Coffee. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. The Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a
Personal
miracle,
foul.
but nice
Roughing
job
the kicker.
by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25. The kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no three-point conversions and stuff like that.
Breaks into the open. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the end, no shot. They're on the board again. It looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments of this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking for a man. It's Montgomery. Throws to the tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Music no! Music no!
Corners are going to bail. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are